Hi guys, happy Tuesday, happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to another episode of Get to Base Camp. Today we are going to be discussing the most common thing that I hear as a trainer, and that is, I just need somebody to hold me accountable. Who has said that? I know I have. I know there's plenty of things in my life that I ask my husband, hey, will you please make sure, like, this is the goal I'm working on. Will you please check in with me? Please make sure I actually do this. The reason I started thinking about this even more is because my husband was at work the other day, and he had an interaction with somebody where they asked him, hey, have you gone for your run? Did you go for your run this morning? And he was like, no, but I'm going to get my run in at the end of the day. And I know, I'm going to do it because I know when I get home, my wife is going to ask me that same exact question. And it made me laugh because he's exactly right. I mean, if I see, if I check Strava or Garmin, I see my husband as it run, it's like, hey, are you doing a run today? And there's plenty of times that where my husband has asked me, hey, did you get your workout in today? Do you run today? And so it made me laugh because it was so true, but it got me thinking, because not too long after that, I had a conversation with someone who's looking at personal training, and that was the exact same thing they said. I really just need to make sure, really just need someone who's going to hold me accountable and make sure I'm getting my workouts in. And so it just got me thinking, okay, what about, my husband and I are pretty intrinsically motivated when it comes to running. So we don't necessarily need each other to check in and hold us accountable because we're going to get the run in. But what do other people do if they don't have that intrinsic motivation? They need that push. They need someone to hold them accountable, but they can't work with a trainer, whether it's out of the budget or they don't have the time or they don't live in an area where there's a lot of trainers. What do other people do? And the whole point to even get to base camp is to help those out there who don't have a trainer or don't have access to one. So the whole outcome of this message is that accountability, it should start at home. It should start in the home. Whoever is in your household, whether it's your spouse and your children or your roommate, whoever is in the house with you, there's already probably some level of accountability going on, right? So if you're a parent, you're making sure your kids are brushing their teeth, eating their fruits and veggies, showering, all of those things. And then if you have a roommate or you have a spouse, there's probably some division of household chores that you all are making sure that each other, do. And so there's probably already some level of accountability. Well, health and fitness should be right in there with the mix, because this is something that we need to do every day, some, daily movement. Exercise, we've already gone over what how much exercise we need and why we need it. If you haven't watched that, check some of the other videos below. I think that was one of the first ones we did. But when it comes to actually getting in that workout, it should utilize the people around you. And what you can do, because anytime you're doing something new, sometimes you might just forget, post it, put a poster on the wall or whatever it is, or put something on somewhere where you're going to see it a lot, like in the hallway, in the kitchen, in your room, where on the door. So you're seeing it every time you leave and every time you come back. But so post it frequently, so that way it's going to be top of mind and you won't forget to ask your spouse about it or ask your kids or your roommate or whoever. And if you're someone who lives alone, then utilize your friend group, utilize your friends, utilize the people who you work with that you see every day. That's my biggest, suggestion is to utilize the people around you, because look, not everybody can work with a trainer, but when it comes to exercise, this is something that we need to do every single day. And this is something a lot of people want to do. The biggest resolution at the start of the new year is always to focus on health. But it becomes a challenge, and when it does, that's where you should rely on those around you. So focus on, utilize people in your household. When you're doing that, communicate with them. Say, this is my goal. This is why I want it. These are the steps I'm going to take to get there, to get from A to B. I really just need you to help me out, make sure I'm doing it. And if you're going to ask for accountability, you should also be doing it for them. What you might notice, and something you might want to do, is if everybody, has a goal that they're working on, if you keep checking in with them, they will want to reciprocate and help you. So keep that in mind too. And if you're someone who you're going to be reaching out to your friend group for help, what I would implore is make sure that this is actually a friend who is going to actually be a friend. So when I say that, I mean that if you were to tell them, if you and your friend group tend to, go out to the bars or something on the weekend, and you happen to tell them, hey, I'm going to reduce my alcohol intake, or I'm going to just cut out drinking for a bit, and I'm going to cut out fast food. But yet that friend is still inviting you out to, hey, let's go to the bars, or hey, let's go to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. Then that's not really, do you want to keep that, is that person actually being a good friend? Or if you are doing that to your friend, are you actually being a good friend? And the answer is no, because a good friend is actually going to hold their friends accountable for the things that are going to be beneficial in their life. And if you have a friend who's eating out and, eating fast food every single day, obviously that's not going to be great for their overall health. So, just keep that in mind as you're going out to your friend group. But accountability, it starts in the home, it starts in your friend group. And if you truly love and care about those around you, you will hold them accountable, and by you doing that for them, they will want to do that for you. So that is it today. Accountability. Tag your accountability buddy. Who is it? And guys, have an amazing rest of your day. We'll chat with you later. Bye.